Well, it is a happy Thursday and welcome to the Family Hour here at Church of Uganda Family TV. Welcome and thank you very much for joining in. Of course, my beautiful name is Clare Bwenje, the world's favorite host. We are here under the theme of parenting, and do not forget that this show is in partnership with Life Ministry Uganda. Please check them out on the website or social media platforms. Today we are here to discuss an amazing topic. Very good topic that I would love everyone out there to watch. We are discussing understanding your children's emotional needs. And definitely to discuss this amazing topic is a great, phenomenal lady, a virtuous lady. She's here to share with us her experience in this, and also, guess what? She is a psychologist and a doctor in this, plus a lecturer. Join me, dear viewers, to welcome Dr. Faith Nakalema. We will definitely give her a chance to briefly tell us about herself. Ladies and gentlemen watching this beautiful show, join me. Welcome, Doctor. You're most welcome, Doctor.
Thank you, Kerea.
Very delighted to have you on the show.
Same here.
Would you love to say hello to the viewer and then we continue?
Hello, viewers. My name is Dr. Faith Nakalema. I'm a counseling psychologist and I specialized in adolescents and youth. So I'm here to talk about understanding the children's needs. However, I'm also the founder of Pearl Psychotherapy Foundation, where we are going to launch out my clean environment, my mental stability. Every child would wish to be in a clean environment for the betterment of their mental stability. Yes.
Wow. Happy to have you on the show, Doctor, and definitely maybe discussing this topic. To begin with, how really do you have children? How old are they?
Oh.
To break our ice.
Oh, well, I'm married to Mr. Lundule, who compliments me as a mother and makes me to be a wife. We have 4 children, biological children, but we also have spiritual children, whereby in a total they are close to 25 children. But those we stay within the house. In the house, we all of us, we are like 16 people in the house. So today, when it comes to understanding the emotional needs, as every parent, this is their desire. Every child, by the way, loves it when it's hard, loves it when it's secure, safe, and when even is able to at least have this confidence that I have a mother to lean on, I have a father to lean on. When it comes to understanding their emotional needs, it's not something that you can be seen. It's not something that is tangible, that you can easily tell that maybe the child is stressed, the child is abandoned, the child is feeling overwhelming, the child has got this kind of pressure. No. But all this comes as symptoms and signs and they exhibit as physical sicknesses. You find a child is having, every time is complaining about the headache. The child cannot be in a better position to sleep, either sleeps too much or doesn't completely sleep. Then they happen to be on screens. You find someone spends a lot of time on screen. Then others, the appetite is low. You pack for them something to take maybe home, to take at school, like us parents who normally pack for them, because I have a 4-year-old child. Now, when you pack for them, you find that they bring that back, everything that you bought for them. They have not eaten the snacks, they have not even taken the juice. Then within you're like, what is not happening? So some parents have gone ahead even to offer multivitamins, not knowing that it is something which is psychological. Yes.
Wow, thank you so much. Now, I just love where the show is going. Now, when you say that probably you have maybe a child that you pack food for, how about those that are still very young? How can someone tell that actually my child is suffering psychologically?
Now, when it comes to psychological challenges among children, we have, by the even those of 6 months, they sometimes they can be sick, but where you realize that they are not emotionally well, you find someone is suckling but is not happy. Because at that time, at least a child is supposed to be maybe giving you a finger, touching, making you at least he suck the finger, lifting up the leg while he's suckling. But then you find the child is suckling, but when he's not doing any kind of actions. Then for these other children, you may find they go into isolation. Every time you rather prefer being a loner and not even play, and not even engaging in any other activities. Then others, once they have their toys, they can choose to go and play with their toys, but when the peers are around, and they can't even play with the peers. Others, they can easily come at school, then they don't do even the homework that they have given them. Now, for adolescents, for the adolescents, when they are suffering from when they are having psychological issues or problems or challenges, again, the adolescents, it is totally different, because that's when now they go into alternative and complementary therapies, and those are drugs. They go into drug abuse, they go into kind of reckless behaviors, maybe stealing, they tend to be into drugs, smoking, sniffing. Others escape from school. You find some people absent. Someone leaves home early in the morning, you think they are going maybe to school, and you find them when they are in the how can I call them? They are in those film shows or betting. When they are there betting, and then later in the evening they come back as if they are coming from school. So every parent, it would be cool if either we take time and check their books for those who are studying. We help on the teachers. Only that some of us as parents, we have left everything to the teachers, thinking that they are the very best parents. But when it comes to parenting, it is a collective effort.
Wow. Now, Doctor, this is very interesting. But of course, definitely after hearing all this, the viewer would be wondering what really causes this. And maybe we can start with really the young children. You mentioned the 6 months. What really causes that, emotional instability and all that you're mentioning?
When it comes to emotional instabilities among children, the causes are so many. Though some are external and others are internal. And some of which are external, I could say that these children also bond. They bond with maybe, we call them maids, though I prefer calling them house managers. They happen to bond. So this house manager leaves the home, the child may feel detached. Then to us as parents, you find that as a parent, once you are not a present in the children's life, they don't see the reason as to why they would even lean on you. They would even come and express how they are feeling to you. Like whenever, sometimes we do what we call displacement of anger. You've got maybe annoyed from the place of work, something has triggered your mental health as a mother. As if something has triggered you within, if you are not able to know who you are, if you're not able to understand when I'm annoyed, I think I should slow down. When I'm happy, I should continue with what I'm doing. But when everything comes in, some of us, we end up now displacing anger on our children. By the time you get home, every child is running away from you, thinking that mommy has come back, dad has come back, I think I'm not safe to be in this place. So they run away. Instead of them coming to you with a welcome, instead of coming to you, they feel that sense of belonging. Yes, mommy has come back, dad has come back, welcome back, mommy, with that kind of a smile. Then when they give you a smile, I don't want to see anyone in front of me. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do the other? Even the child who would trust you with their emotional issues, now they feel mom is not ready to listen to us, or dad is not ready to listen to us. Then other causes can be academic pressure. You know, schools can pump. Yeah, they can pump a lot on our children. One time, by the way, I had to ask myself, and I said, but students who are studying from international schools, the way their mode of studying is totally different from ours. And then I'm like, maybe that is a research. I would request researchers, we should carry it out. And we see what happens in international schools vis-a-vis our local schools. Why is it that there is a lot of pressure in our local schools? You find a child at the end of the day will feel he doesn't want to go back to school, and for years a parent will force them, but others have gone ahead even to change these children to other school, thinking that maybe they can cope up. But when in actual sense they have not understood what might be the pain, which kind of pain are they going in through? Are they willing to adjust? Because every child would love it when it's being heard, when it's being praised, when it's being appreciated. Yes, some of the parents, even teachers, hardly appreciate a child, and whenever you don't appreciate them, they feel maybe they have not done well. And these are stages of human growth, whereby even telling someone, I'm not going to say sorry to you, it can make a child cry, especially those of 3, 4, 5 years. It can make them cry, but when you tell them, okay, sorry, sometimes they report to you, and what do they want? A peer to tell them that I'm sorry. And if they can't even mention that, you find someone is downcast. But when they tell them they are I'm sorry, that's when the happiness comes back.
Wow. And really, I love what you are discussing with us. But you know, as parents, you find some will say, but for us, maybe we were raised like this and we turned out to be great people. For us, maybe we were probably treated like that, we turned out to be great people. Maybe they take it to be, the planned kid thing, the mental health generation and stuff like that. What's your mind on that, and how would you really advise a person in that step?
Wow. Now, one thing we should appreciate. In fact, Pearl Psychotherapy Foundation is even training parents in parenting in change. So many things have changed. The way you were parented, it is completely different in this generation. Earlier alone, how would you sit with your parent and you express how you're feeling? You wouldn't. But now the child comes to you and tells you, Mommy, you know what? I performed poorly because I've been stressed. My peers did A, B, C, D, E. And with that, I couldn't take it in. So I'm sorry, Mommy, that is why I performed like that. What would you do to such a child? But earlier on, would you even say that? You would get your chiboko. They would even... It was totally different. So now, one thing we should appreciate is that the world has changed. The world has changed, and the way parenting would be earlier alone, it's not the same way parenting is now. And how can we be able to still be present parents in the children's lives? And also, when it comes to parenting, it needs consistency. It needs understanding, open communication, whereby the child is able to share how they are feeling, how everything is going, and the parents to be understood that, yes, my child, this is the way I was brought up. This is the way everything was going. My child, these two people are different. And the problem is, because I'm this kind of personality, so my child is of that kind of personality. Everybody is unique in their own way, but it needs us as parents to understand the uniquity of our children so that we can handle them differently. But when it comes for us to parent them the way we were being parented, it is a myth. Yes.
Wow, thank you very much, Doctor. And I appreciate that you brought that very clear. Parenting in a changed world. We are no longer in those days. And I love it when you say that now everyone is created differently, so you have to know your child and know how to deal with them. And really, I appreciate that. Can you please share with us maybe a recent experience where you felt your child's emotional needs were particularly highlighted?
Oh, okay. To share a personal story, I have my own child. She's in secondary at a particular school where I'm not going to mention for confidentiality. But whenever I would speak to her on phone, she would be low. I'm like, no. This is not the voice I know. I need to hear this kind of voice that I know. Much as I'm not seeing you, I would love it to see the smile, because she's a smiling machine. Yes. So I would tell her, no, this is not the person I know. This is not my child. I feel something is not right. So because sometimes she's like, I'll tell you, mommy, when you come for maybe visitation day. I'll tell you, mommy, when I speak to you on phone. I'm like, okay, can you tell me now the fact that you're even talking? She tells me, no, mommy, this is something that we need to sit down together and we discuss about. So I happened to go there for the VD, and she mentioned, mommy, how I got to know my friends were not friends, were fake friends, and then they have gone ahead to accuse me before the teachers, and for something which I have not done. Even one time they mentioned this, they had to come in my case and checked everything. They thought I'd stolen this. But then because I know who she is, I was like, at least I know you cannot steal something. At least no child of mine can come back with something I didn't buy for them. Even themselves, they talk about it and they're like, I wish every parent can be like, mommy, how can you come back with something I didn't give you? How can you come back? How?
Oh, yeah.
You know? So with that, I happened to sit down. She was stressed that even her performance had declined. At least she could not go below 2. Below 2, no. But this time around, she had got 1.8, 1.9. Oh, I was like, okay, so what do you think? So I had to empower her. And I'm like, at least you know who you are. At least you know that you cannot do this, you cannot do that. And when friends are here, you find that you need to create boundaries. They are classmates, they are friends, and they are peers. So if you happen to create that kind of boundary, then you're good to go. And with that, I'm glad to say that right now, after being empowered, oh my God, she's the one now almost empowering me, because she feels now she's at the top of her game when it comes to emotional management.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, thank you very much, Doctor. And really, I appreciate that. While you were sharing, really, something really hit my head. And I was reminded of how very many children actually usually complain that their parents never be on their side. If someone comes complaining, it's like, probably Claire did this. It's like, they grab them. Why? How could you do that? Without actually getting to understand. And in your story, I appreciate that you had to give her a listening ear, and also probably understood where she was coming from. So really, what's probably your advice to really parents, especially when their children maybe have been reported, they did this and this? How would they handle that situation so that the relationship between child and parent is not affected?
My advice would be, let parents understand both sides. Let them listen to the teachers. Let them listen to the children. That kind of active listening. And while we are listening, we listen to what the child says and how the child says it. These two tones are different. So you realize that once you listen to what the child is saying and how the child is saying it, it will give you now a clear picture. And every parent, at least if we happen to know our children, you'll be able now to say, no, I think that one, she did it, he did it, but this one, he didn't do it. So it comes back to us as parents to understand our children through active listening, open communication. You tell these children, you know what, this is A, B, C, D. Then they also tell you this is what and that. Then you tell them the consequences of all this together. You know, a small lie, a small thing that you steal. Tomorrow, these are the criminals that we are going to find on the streets, the thieves that we are going to find on the streets. But when they started getting rubbers from school, they started coming back with pencils that you didn't give them. So, you know, childhood experiences are likely to affect our adulthood behaviors. So open communication is key. Then a safe space, security and safety, whereby the child feels secure and safe to share their emotional fears or emotional well-being, whereby they are able to share as freely in a space and secure place, in a free, safe and secure place. Yes, it is very important. And even as a parent, it is key to empathize. You put yourself in the child's shoes. Then you're like, did my child do this? Is this what my child is going in through? And once you are able to answer that, then you are able to be supportive to the child. Even teachers out there in the schools, because teachers are also our other parents. Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much, Doctor. And really, as our time is running very fast, I would like you to actually talk about this. When you talked about school, it came into my mind. The children of this generation, many have, you know, they grow a little bit bigger and stuff like that, which has actually resulted to too much body shaming, both on the internet and in school. What's really your take on this, and how can you really help teachers, help parents to support their children or help their children, because it also affects their mental state?
Now, it is all about empowerment. It's all about empowerment with someone sees her self-image as positive, as natural, healthy, and normal. Because there are things that are out of our control. Like, you cannot wake up in the morning and you say, you know what? Now, especially teenagers, you know what? I'm not supposed to add this kind of weight. These are things that sometimes are natural. But then empowerment and appreciation that this is who I am. This is what I can, this is who I am. And we promote the self-esteem. We promote a good self-image. Like, someone sees, much as he sees this body which is coming up, yes. I know some people may think that maybe if we happen to get food supplements which are slimming, which can do slimming and everything, but then we don't know sometimes the effects. We don't know sometimes the effect. So it is better, you see, sometimes this body comes and even disappears. Other bodies come, and then, may I remember, I was very tiny like this, and even the wind would blow me down. Yes, but now with this body, it has come now. So it is, now I remember I would be abused, by the way, and someone would always say, so the wind may blow her down. Always, that would be the abuse, yes. But because I was small but tall, I was like, at least I have the American height. So let us encourage our children or empower them with the positivity, because positivity is a choice.
Exactly. Yes. I really appreciate that. And you know, you find like maybe the girls have developed breasts very fast, and their walking posture has changed. Yeah, so when you talk about building their self-esteem, it's very, very key. Thank you so much, Doctor. We will briefly take a quick break, but the show returns in just a bit. Please consider staying with us.